Okay, so welcome back to my podcast. Today I want to talk about someone very special, one of the leaders in Africa that we are all proud of, the Ibrahim Traoré of Africa. Yeah, so I want to discuss a few things about him. At first, I wasn't sure what he was doing. Just like any other person that you see the guy took over power, you can like wondering what is gonna happen and all that. So yeah, there was like that kind of like, okay, yeah, let's see what's gonna happen kind of thing. Even though we were like expecting something positive, but at the same time, it's like it's always like two sides of the coin. So you're not very sure. But after doing some research, I actually realized that he truly deserves some kudos. First, for his outstanding ability to wrest power from the scavengers and predators who have been draining the country dry for so long, right? And second is the fact that he is courageous and brave to stand against the oppression from the colonial masters. We all know that the West, especially France, doesn't want him alive, but grace has kept him going. He and his men have been working tirelessly to push back the evil forces and survive numerous assassination attempts. Yeah, we know even up until recently they've been attempting to kill him, and by God's grace, he has been escaping and foiling their evil attempts on him. And I believe that he will continue to survive and thrive and escape their evil attempts to kill him. He has vowed to commit himself to the development of his country, Burkina Faso, and to foil every evil plot of his enemies. We will continue to pray for him and support him in every way we can. He is one of our own and a true example of real leadership in Africa. Power in October 2022, and in less than 3 years, he has transformed Burkina Faso. And I'm gonna discuss some of the things that he has done, some of his achievements. Very impressive. Number one, economic growth. Under his leadership, Burkina Faso GDP grew from approximately $18.8 billion to $22.1 billion just within, few years, like in less than 3 years. Really, can you imagine that? That's a geometric progress, right? To move the GDP of a country from 18.8, that is almost 4 billion increase in the GDP. That's like how many percentage increase? That's really impressive, right? His administration rejected loans from the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Can you imagine that? It wasn't even like he was borrowing money from all these international funds, like the way some of these politicians do. They will go collect loans and collect all these debts and put problem on the country, and then they be taxing the citizens to come and pay for their foolishness. You see, but this guy is not doing that. He rejected every loan, you know every debt that these guys are throwing at him, because it's also like a trap. We know that, because some of these Western countries, they use those so-called international organizations as a trap, to control us, to direct us on what to do, how to control our economy and all that. And it has been putting Africa more and more in poverty. It has been plunging us more and more in poverty, because they say whoever pays for the piper leads the tone. So when they come and try to entice us, give us money and all those things, and then from there they control our economy. So it's been a chaos, it's been a problem, for many years. But this is a leader who has foresight, who has insight, who understand the tricks and the manipulation of this West, and he has rejected all their debt to pay off local debt and promote economic self-reliance. And that's what other African leaders must do, promoting economic self-reliance, industrial development. His government established 2 tomato processing plants and a gold refinery to enhance local processing capabilities and reduce dependence on raw products. You see that? Again, this is also what is plunging many African countries into poverty, because most of the things that we export, they are raw products. Like, we don't have any processing plants in Africa, at least for the most part. Only few ones here and there, which are like maybe just in few countries like maybe South Africa, Egypt, and all these other countries. We don't have so much in places where we have lots of resources, lots of mineral resources. You know, but this leader, Ibrahim Traoré, has turned the tide and decided to focus more on processing his own resources instead of just exporting them raw. Because him doing this now is gonna give the product more value, which is gonna make him sell even at a higher price than just exporting the raw product, which is gonna be at a lower price. It makes sense, right? So number 3 is the infrastructure. A new airport, the Ouagadougou Delsin Airport, is currently under construction and is expected to open this year, with a capacity to handle over 1 million passengers annually. That is impressive. Number 4 is the agricultural reform. He launched a presidential initiative for agriculture, which is created to revitalize the agricultural sector by cultivating 14,725 hectares of land 2023 to 2024 season. The goal is to produce 190,000 tons of cereals and tubers. The initiative also distributed over 400 tractors and other equipment to boost production and support rural stakeholders. That is really, really impressive. I mean, if you've been following my podcast and some of my things I share on my blog, you should have been talking a lot about this thing of solving our food problem. In fact, solving our problem generally, but I've been particularly in the past, few months focused on solving our food problem. And this is a leader who is exemplifying that, who is doing that already. Like, I don't know why many African leaders are just turning blind eye to this crucial thing of solving our own food problem. How are we going to be importing our food when we have all the resources that we need to produce our home food? Like, if not like these guys are just perpetually evil and wicked, like, what is it gonna cost you really for you to engage your people and cultivate your land to produce your own food? What is it gonna cost us? Like, these are the guys that are buying private jets for themselves, that are just living luxurious, opulent lifestyle when people are hungry and hungry, when there's so much inflation in many of our countries and the continent. When to eat now for people now is hard. Like, somebody cannot even boast of eating a 3 square meal in a day. You think about what you're gonna eat next. Like, after eating one food now, you're thinking, you don't even know where the food is gonna come from. Like, really, when we have all the resources. So you see that these guys are just not doing well at all. I mean, there's no somebody say, "Oh, but don't talk down on them." But what do you want us to say, really? It's like these guys are just dumb and blind. Like, they don't even know what they're doing. We can't even solve basic problems. Like, we can't even solve our basic problem. How? Should we scream on the streets? Where do you want us to go and talk about these things? Because you guys are not doing well. No, you're not doing well. But this is a leader who has decided to, face the problem head on, to take the bull by the horn and solve the problem for his people. The agricultural problem, the food problem. See, got tractors, got the equipment, things that are going to be needed to do the farming thing. We have the land, we have the resources. It's not like we don't have the natural resources. We have everything is there. We don't have droughts. We don't have dry land or whatever. Everything is coming. There's rain. There is sun. There's everything we need. Yet we're still importing fruit from outside our continent. I mean, how are you gonna explain that? Even a 2-year-old child knows the right thing to do in this situation. But it seems like some of these leaders, I want to believe that many of them are intentional about what they are doing. It's not like they don't know what the right thing to do. They know what to do, but they are not doing it. See, that's the reason why we have to push these guys out. That's to be a revolution, a fight. We have to stand. Youth, everybody must rise to this and make sure we throw away these evil and wicked souls. These politicians, whether they are being sent by the West, whether they are agents of the West to oppress us, or whether they are doing it by themselves, we don't even want to know. All I want to know is we want to push away these guys and let's just have some breath of fresh air. Let's just move our nations, our countries forward. In this century, we're still battling with there's no food, there's no water, there's no electricity, there's no road, and then they will be budgeting every year to repair the road, to construct the new road. Every year they are constructing road, and you never see the road. Just using all that means to embezzle money, to buy luxuries for themselves and live opulent lifestyle. Like, these are just wolves. They are wolves in sheep clothing. They are evil people, and I don't think these guys are ready to change. So we have to change them. We have to remove them. Very important. Africans, our youth, we gotta rise. If we are still waiting for miracle to happen, okay, let's keep waiting. Maybe it's gonna happen one day. Whether maybe it will be when you're dead that the miracle will happen. Why don't you make the miracle happen now? Why do you want to wait for the miracle to happen when you can make the miracle happen? Like, seriously. You see, that's why I'm even very impressed with this guy, because he's doing well. And if any of us is doing well, we need to praise them and appreciate what they're doing. Very important. I won't be surprised if Burkina Faso now is becoming the leading, best African country, because now they have a good leader and is working in the right direction. My prayer is that God will continue to protect him so that these evil people will not kill him. We know it happened in the history of the country when they killed Thomas Sankara, the guy that was also a revolutionary leader who had already put the country on the right trajectory to bring the positive change, everything that they need, But the guy was assassinated, and then they put their stooge in there who now reversed all the policy and then plunged the country back into poverty. You see, but thank God that Ibrahim Traoré has come back to the country, and I pray that they are going to make that massive progress, and he is going to live long to see the fruit, to enjoy the fruit of his labor. Very important, right? Number 5 is a cultural sovereignty. In a move to promote cultural pride and independence, Traoré burned British-style legal wigs and gowns in local courts, replacing them with traditional Burkinabe attire. He has also worked to reduce the influence of foreign languages in the country, especially French. That is also impressive. See, that is decolonizing the minds of his people from all these foreign things, foreign attire, foreign dresses, foreign languages, foreign mentality, foreign nonsense. Which has put many of our people into slavery, into mental slavery. but it's decolonizing their mind. So not just the country itself, but the minds of the people, which is very, very impressive. The defense, number 6, is the defense and sovereignty. He has taken a firm stance against foreign interference by banning French military operations and expelling French troops from Burkina Faso. Yeah, we're seeing that trend starting from him and some of it. These other neighboring countries that they form an alliance together, which I'm going to talk about next. So, like, they've been throwing out lots of all these French troops that they came in the name of trying to fight terrorism, but we know they are not fighting any terrorism. They're just there to loot the resources and steal the things that the people have. But thank God they have been able to throw away these French troops, and now they are taking charge of their own destiny, trying to protect the country and all that. But I know these guys are not backing down, they're not backing off. These French troops and even the France itself, they want to, try use other means, use all these other ECOWAS, whatever countries to put trouble in the country. But all their attempts, all their plans will be nullified, will be destroyed. All their efforts will come to null. The Lord will always nullify and destroy all their evil plans, because these guys, they have evil plans for Africa. And I don't even know why many of these African leaders are not even seeing it. They think they are our friends, or they think they want to help us, or they want to support us, or they want to do things for us. Many of these Western leaders don't have good hearts for Africa. It's a known fact. But you still see some of these African leaders, politicians, whatever, still going to cuddle them and do whatever nonsense they are doing together. It is paid. If these guys are not helping us, they're not supporting us, they're not doing anything positive for us, why are you working with them? What are you doing with them? It's not like you throw them out, outrightly, but you put them in their place. At least as far as we know, until we have good ones coming from them, so far that we have seen, we have not seen any good ones. They have not even repented of from their sins. They still very much have the same attitude, the same behavior, the same mentality towards Africans. So how are we gonna just forgive them like that and just let's forget about the past, let's face the future? You say once bitten, twice shy. You want to have a repeat of a history. You want to be recolonized. That's what you're doing. But here is a leader who has refused all the antics and the tactics of these colonial agents. That, no, guys, get out of here, man. We don't need you. Yeah. Number 7, regional alliance building. He played a pivotal role in forming the Alliance of Sahel States (AES) alongside Mali and Niger, with the aim of countering the influence of ECOWAS and promoting regional sovereignty. Yeah, exactly. So, these ECOWAS just become the stooge of these Western countries, these colonial agents. Yeah. So, when they realized that Ibrahim Traoré with other military-led countries, Mali and Niger, decided to form the alliance, and it has been working, it has been making sense so far. Now they formed a law, they've promulgated a law that attack to one of them is attack to all, which actually make a lot of sense. You see, so that's like forming a formidable unity, which will be a deterrent to the enemy. Whoever is thinking of attacking one of them will think twice, because now you're not just fighting one person, but you're fighting the 3 countries, and that's a formidable force, which is very, very impressive, right? So this is the kind of leadership Africa needs, I believe. Forget whether it's military or civilian. If military is working in Africa now, if that is what Africa needs now, come on. Let more African countries go for it. Really. I know it's not easy, but it's definitely possible, and we can do it. We must take back our land from the hands of these wolves. I've previously, shared my thoughts on what kind of leadership will work for Africa long term. I've discussed that. You can read it in on my blog. I put a link there. So we will keep supporting and praying for Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Other African leaders should learn from this man, and African youth must rise to spearhead a new wave of revolution to displace these old, weak, and sick politicians who are destroying our lands and even thinking of giving it to their children, giving it to their generation, their families. But we must take back our land and reclaim our future. I see greatness rising in Africa. Cheers. Read next why we should invest in people. You can watch this program on YouTube. If you found value in this post, kindly share with others. Thanks for your support. I will appreciate that if you can do that. Just take a moment right now. Do me a favor. Share this podcast, this post with someone. And let's spread the word. It's going to help a lot. That's how you can support what we're doing. Thanks. I appreciate that. P.S. In case you want to, you feel free to reach out to me if you need advice on your plans and ideas and how to work on your gift and purpose. Drop me a message here or email me at thesopinionsofgod@gmail.com and we arrange a call. Would you like to write a book? Share your story, ideas, and knowledge in a book. Now it's easier than ever. In 3 weeks, your book will be written and published. Send a message to bookminds247@gmail.com. Get books here. You can click, it's on my blog. You can see the links there. You have some of my books on Seller. Then you also have some of our books also on Amazon. You can check on Amazon. You can also check our website, Wordflix Publishers. If you want customized songs for you or your loved one's birthday, weddings, or any ceremony, is a music God to you? Contact at thesopinionsofgod@gmail.com. You can also check out this post. Number 1, Move Africa. Number 2, the danger of silence. African youth must rise. Number 3, democracy is a scam in Africa. Here is what works. Number 4, a wake-up call to all Africans and people of African descent. Number 5, engaging the power of prayer. Kindly drop your comments here. Do like and subscribe for more. Thanks so much for watching and bye for now.